The Lakers struck first this trade season by landing Rui Hachimura. They were able to get a young, talented player that addressed one of their biggest needs, their size. But they managed to do so while being able to hold on to their most valuable assets. This means the Lakers are still going to be major players come the trade deadline, and an even bigger move could be coming. With the Lakers striking early relative to the trade deadline, they managed to do two things. One, they took away the desperation and panic of having to make a trade right at the deadline. These other teams can no longer take advantage of the Lakers' desperation and ask for ridiculous prices because the Lakers already made a move. The second thing they managed to accomplish is they essentially lowered the market value for a lot of other trades. Before the Hachimura trade, we heard the price was at least one first rounder for pretty much everyone that was available for trade. But now we're starting to hear the prices go down to multiple seconds, maybe even a single second rounder. Part of that is just the trade deadline approaching and teams being more desperate to make a trade. But another part of it is the Lakers were able to get a young, talented player like Rui Hachimura for a bunch of second rounders. So now they set the standard. A lot of these other players that are available for trade are not nearly as good as Hachimura. So there's no way teams would give more than what the Lakers gave for Hachimura for a less talented player. So we're going to see a lot more of these trades go for lower prices. And all this means is the Lakers are now less likely to get fleeced. So what moves should we expect to come from the Lakers? Well, their biggest assets are the 2 first-round draft picks. And of course, they have Russell Westbrook's expiring contract. Now, the trade we've been hearing all year has been a trade for Buddy Hield and Miles Turner. Turner just signed an extension, so he's off the table. But maybe Buddy Hield could still be in play for a first rounder or less. But he's been having a really good year. I'm not sure if the Pacers still want to trade him. The Raptors seem to be moving toward a rebuild and are likely shipping out a lot of their players. Guys like Pascal Siakam and OG Anunoby are probably out of the Lakers' price range. I'm sure there are many teams out there that would offer multiple firsts for those players. But a deal that the Lakers could possibly pull off is some combination of Fred VanVleet and Gary Trent Jr. Ideally, you'd get both, but either one would fit nicely with the Lakers. VanVleet is an all-star point guard that does exactly what you want from a point guard, playing alongside LeBron. He can shoot, he can defend, he can even handle the ball and lead the offense. Gary Trent Jr. is another 3-and-D wing that is fairly young and can add to your wing depth. The Bulls also seem to be moving in a rebuilding direction, and there have been some rumblings about them possibly trading Zach LaVine. Now again, there are teams out there that can offer way more than what the Lakers can, so it's unlikely. But he is an LA guy, and there have been rumors of him wanting to be a Laker. He's also a Clutch Sports client, and they all somehow make their way to the Lakers. So I could see a situation where he tries to force his way to LA. Now they can split up their first rounders and do some smaller trades. Bojan Bogdanovic is someone they've been interested in, and so far the asking price has been a first rounder. He would address their shooting issues, and he can put the ball on the floor and create for himself a bit. He's averaging over 20 points per game this season, and could be a reliable 3rd or 4th option. Now he's not a great defender, and he's pretty old. So it's likely all downhill from here as far as production. But having already traded for a guy like Hachimura, you can afford to take the risk of Bogdanovic's decline and go all in for this season. And of course, they still have quite a few second rounders they can trade. Guys like Cam Reddish and Josh Richardson are players that the Lakers have been interested in, and they are now rumored to be available for only second round draft picks. Again, these are more 3-and-D wings that you can possibly add to your depth. Now the Lakers need to match salaries to complete these trades, so guys like Patrick Beverley, Lonnie Walker, or a combination of veteran minimum players like Damian Jones could be involved in the deals. They also have an open roster spot, either to absorb multiple players or sign a free agent. So it looks like the Lakers have a good amount of options. As frustrating as it was to watch the front office do nothing the first few months of the season, that was actually the right move. The team is now playing better basketball. They've already made a good trade. The Lakers are now in a much better position. They have all these different options, all at a lower price, meaning they can make more moves, and they can make better moves with the limited assets that they have, and are more likely to form a contender. It's going to be an exciting time the next couple of weeks, and hopefully the rest of the season.